In today's modern go-go world, it is impossible to do marketing without analyzing shopper behavior. And whether that means analyzing how people shop online or how they go in person to buy everything from groceries to, well, action figures, dolls, and toy cars. All of this is heavily tracked by toy manufacturers, retailers, marketing managers, pretty much everyone involved in the process of getting the product to shelf. Even the IP owners are looking at this data. They'll look at what kind of apps you use to do your shopping. Do you use your shopping online? What time of the day, the week? All of it. It's data that is invaluable to understanding how to better produce product when you understand how people actually shop for product. And I make this video about the toy industry because shopping for toys is actually one of the most difficult things. Okay, I mean, not for maybe you and I, but for a parent. For a parent or an aunt and uncle or a grandparent, their goal is different than you and I. This is their goal. Their goal is to make a child happy with their purchase. And usually that has to tie into a celebration, be it a birthday or Christmas or Arbor Day or Lag BaOmer. In fact, studies have shown that parents will overwhelmingly continue to buy product for kids for holidays, even during bad economic times, because, well, you can't put a price on memories. And while you can obviously bring a child with you to a toy store to try to figure out what they want, the overwhelming number of options, brands, styles, it's difficult. I watch parents all the time, especially during the Christmas season, struggling with this. And it's because retailers can really only offer two out of three things: price, quality, or service. Quality, or you could also say quantity. But you really can't have all three. You have to focus on two. So as an example, big box stores have price and quantity, or quality, because they have a huge selection and huge buying power. Therefore, they're going to have very good prices on toy product. On the other hand, you're not going to get the greatest service. If you want service, you've got to go to a sort of mom and pop toy store, and you might pay a little bit more, so they don't have price, but they do have service. So that's exactly how retailers sort of choose where they stand. And when it comes to the difference between adult collectors and kids, the purchasing behavior, the purchasing occasion couldn't be more different. So for us, for the adult collector, we are very brand loyal, and we are about acquiring as many as possible to have a complete collection, to feel a sense of accomplishment, to feel a sense of acquisition, to be able to brag online and say, I have this, I have everything. It's all about brand loyalty. If you're a Marvel fan, you're probably not buying Fortnite figures. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you might not be buying Transformers figures. I mean, maybe when they cross over. So as an example, I am a Marvel Legends collector, and within the overwhelming realm of Marvel Legends, I like to collect X-Men and X-Force figures. Therefore, this Siren figure that's coming out later this year from Hasbro is a pre-bought figure. It's not on sale yet. It's not even up for pre-sale, but I know I'll be buying this figure. I've sort of pre-bought it in my mind. I know it's going to be added to my collection once it's available. Now, for parents, it's very different. They have very limited knowledge about the product in general, and buying a toy is actually a source of stress for most adults. I know, it seems weird for an adult collector to think of it like that, but let's say you have a child or a niece or a nephew or child in your life that's into Hot Wheels. What do you buy them as a present? I mean, this Octopus City track set is just as much part of the Hot Wheels brand as just a sort of a standard raceway set, or collecting basic cars, or one of the collapsible sort of truck sets that's got like a carry and go feature. How do you know what toy is appropriate for the child you're buying it for? Do they already own it? Have they played with something similar? Is this something they're actually going to enjoy? Do they only like certain Hot Wheels? Do they like the racetracks versus sort of the city sets where you're trying to topple an animal that skews a little younger? Or are they just into collecting the cars, and they just want to have as many physical diecast cars as possible? Is sort of, knocking that monkey off the parking garage not important? I mean, heck, this Leonardo character car is just as much Hot Wheels as that track set. So if you have a child in your life that's into toy cars, and maybe specifically into the Hot Wheels brand, that may not be enough information to buy a gift. It can be very overwhelming. And that's why a lot of toy products are designed to be giftable. Things like this Hot Wheels 9-pack with all the cars shown clearly. Or the fact that this parking garage here won a Toy of the Year award. It helps communicate to to parents that this is a quality product. That's why toy companies, well, find ways to ensure their product is the Toy of the Year, because it tends to be a sort of seal of approval that communicates to parents that this is a toy they should buy for their kids. All right, so what are they looking for the most? Well, it's always going to be value. Of course, parents want toys that are safe, but you're pretty much guaranteed that in this day and age. The number of Cabbage Patch Kids that are going to chew your hair, or Tarzan figures that are going to look like they're doing some sort of weird thing to their body. Well, anyway, price value. You can buy the same figure in multiple ways, and for a parent, they have to look at two different toys that might be the same character and say, okay, well, which one is going to give me the best value? A 6-inch figure for $20 or a 3 3/4 figure for $12? Yes, I know the price has gone up on both of these since then, but I'm using the prices that they were at when they originally came out. But in other words, both of these, same character, same basic concept, action figure, very different price. This Green Lantern figure that I worked on at Mattel, it's packed out specifically like that, noting the 8 weapons included because it's trying to show consumer value. That's what it's all about, is how can we communicate to parents the biggest value for this price. And the thing with adult collectors is the biggest misunderstanding of toys is that
it's not about you.
All right, so here's another example. Similar to my Hot Wheels example, let's say the child you want to buy for is into He-Man. Well, again, how do you know which He-Man to buy? And you'll notice that almost all the He-Man figures, no matter what the line is, whether it's Revelation, Masterverse, or CGI show, or Origins, all of this product is packed out to show price value, to show piece count, to show how many pieces of toy you're getting to communicate as much value as possible to the parent. For a collector, if we're collecting Origins, in this case, we may have already pre-bought this figure, much like I pre-bought that X-Force Siren figure in my mind once it goes on sale. Another way to illustrate the fact that even a Masterverse Revelation figure, while we feel this is, for adult collectors, well, the thing that proves that it's actually really for kids and parents is the callouts. You'll notice the callout in the very bottom corner that says it includes Orko. Well, of course it includes Orko. We can see that. But for a parent who has no idea who Orko is, it tells them that, oh, this is a bonus. You get a bonus thing with this. I don't know what an Orko is, but this figure sure includes one. That's how price value works. A parent may have no idea who the character or the car or the doll or the game is that they're buying, but they can look at the package and they'll look at the way it's packed out and all of the call-outs on the package to understand how much toy they're getting for money. Because they don't want to wind up getting the wrong thing and just sort of kind of hitting a brick wall. Because buying toys is something that takes a lot of knowledge about the brand. And you're not going to find that from most large retailers. They specialize, again, in price and selection, not about being able to explain the toy to the customer. They assume the customer sort of either done their own research or can figure out their own questions. But at the end of the day, almost all toy product is aimed at adults buying it for kids. Yes, collectors come along, but this kind of explains why, when we see packaging and we wonder why it's not more collector-friendly, if you will, it's because the packaging has to overcome a huge obstacle and communicate value. It has to communicate play, all of this to parents. And over again, adult collectors, every time we see a product and we say, I don't get that. Why is that not designed more for me? Well, it's the same question and it's the same answer. It's because it's for a kid. So much of the product you see in the toy aisle at big box retailers are for children, and the packaging and the product on shelf is designed to help ease parents' stress about what they're buying, to give them as much information about the price value of what they're about to buy. That's why product and callouts and packouts, well, they don't always match with collector needs. It's really just there to help parents decide what to choose for their child because, well, they want to give them a very, very happy holiday season, and that's a lot of pressure on a parent. In order to get this moment, they have to get just the right toy, and it's why buying a toy is a stressful moment for most adults. Adult collectors, yeah, we got this. Hey, maybe we could help some more parents out in the aisles during Christmas. They would appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. If you experience the same thing, are you a parent buying toys for your own child? And if you, what's the difference between buying a toy for your child and for yourself? What's it been like? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you there. Thanks for liking and sharing this video, and I'll see you guys next time.